What's up everyone, I'm Alex Valentine and welcome back to my channel. And you saw the title, it may be a bold claim, but in this video I will break down how you can turn your everyday cup of coffee into $1 million. Now I know it may seem so, but I'm not selling a get-rich-quick scheme here. Instead, I'm just sharing what the power of discipline together with a proven concept can achieve. So what am I talking about if not investing in the stock market? And by now you may have alarm bells going off like how can you turn a simple $5 cup of coffee into $1 million in the stock market? Like, do you know what the next meme stock is going to be ahead of everyone else? Or do you have a crazy risky gambling like strategy where you'll just end up losing all your money anyways? No, not quite. What I'm talking about is to spend time in the market instead of timing the market. I'm talking about being an investor instead of a trader. I'm talking about, if you will, being a hodler instead of a gambler. But before we move ahead, I'm not your financial advisor, so if you feel like you need assistance with anything, you should seek out a professional financial advisor that can help you in your specific situation. Now, after doing some research on this topic, I realized that it's been quite a controversial topic and I suppose a lot of people hold their cup of coffee dearly. But I still decided to make this video because what I will cover in this video is an important fundamental principle of investing, and that is what this channel is all about. So for the first video about investing on this channel, what would suit better than to talk about the most important principle when it comes to investing? I'm talking about the compounding effect. And it's actually the thing that opened my eyes to the world of investing. And it's the thing that some guy named Einstein called the eighth wonder of the world. To give you a brief introduction to the compounding effect, imagine an investment product that pays you a 10% dividend each year and you decide to invest $1,000 today. That means that your first payment after a year is $100. And if you continue to reinvest that dividend, you will have $1,100 invested, and the dividends the second year will then be $110. That is, your first payment of $100 reinvested has also started working for you to increase your second payment. If you continue to reinvest the dividend each year, your eighth dividend is almost going to be double your first payment at now $195. And your 26th payment is actually going to be greater than your initial investment. Imagine if you would have invested $100,000 in this hypothetical investment product in the beginning and you wouldn't have touched it for the next 26 years, then you could receive over $100,000 each year without lifting a finger. I mean, how amazing is that? So there are four main factors that will determine what your return will be from the compounding effect. So that would be the time you're invested, the interest rate that you can get, which is the 10% in the previous example, your initial deposit, and if you decide to make regular deposits. So to make the point with a cup of coffee, in Australia the average cup of coffee at a cafe is about $4.50, which is very similar to anywhere in the Western world. And I know of many people who, without giving it a second thought, pick up one of these every day before their work or school. But now imagine three friends, all aged 24. We have Alex, Bill, and Charlie, all coffee lovers. But while Alex enjoys his takeaway coffee for $4.50 every day, Bill and Charlie instead brew their coffee at home for pennies. Bill decides to put his $4.50 in a piggy bank, while Charlie instead invests the $4.50 in an S&P 500 index fund. Such a fund has averaged a historical return of about 10.2% per year with reinvested dividend over a long period. So at retirement age of 65, Alex will have a real sweet tooth for his takeaway coffee. Bill will have a piggy bank of $67,404. And Charlie will have an investment portfolio of, make sure you're not taking a sip of coffee right now, $1,021,042, assuming the same historical returns. That is incredibly more than 15 times as much as Bill, who put his money in his piggy bank. I mean, just take a look at this graph. The dark blue is the total sum that Charlie has invested in his portfolio, and the light blue is the growth, which has compounded throughout the years. Last year's growth was about the same as the value of the whole investment portfolio in year 20. That's because the previous year had already amassed so much wealth. This is what the legendary investor Warren Buffett calls the snowball effect. You know, when you're building a snowman, you start off with a small snowball and you roll it around and it gets bigger and bigger. And the bigger the ball gets, the more surface there is to attach more snow on. And the last push you make is going to attach more snow to the ball than what many rolls made in the beginning. But what if you don't want to wait 40 years to become a millionaire? Well, like I said earlier, there are 4 main factors that determine what your return will be from the compounding effect. And we've just seen how you can do it in a 40-year time frame. But let's say you want to shorten it to 25 years. Well, then you can look for an investment that offers a higher interest rate. At an interest rate of 20% per year, that will give you over $1 million in 25 years. Or you could invest at the same rate, the 10.2%, but start with $65,000. That could also get you to that $1 million in 25 years. Or alternatively, you could increase your regular deposit. The $4.50 cup of coffee each day adds up to $137 a month. If you increase that to $730, you could still invest with no initial deposit at the 10.2% interest rate and reach the $1 million in 25 years. And just for giggles, if you had the means to do all 3 at once, so that is start with $65,000, contribute $730 a month and invest at 20% per year, you would break the million in less than 12 years. I'll leave a link down below to a compound interest calculator so you can play around for yourself if you want to. Now, the goal of this video isn't to say that you shouldn't have a takeaway coffee. I mean, if that's your thing and you need it to brighten up your day, then that's all fine. But instead to highlight that it doesn't have to be so difficult, and the principle of investing broadly in something like an index fund and having the discipline to do it continuously every month and be in it for the long term, you can really create some wealth down the line. So that's the compounding effect. If you liked the video, please leave a like. It would really help me out a lot and I would really appreciate it. And also leave a comment down below and tell me what you thought. Have you started investing, or are you just a coffee fan, or whatever? I'll be down there and try to reply to as many comments as I can. Also, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel because I have some really great videos to come in the coming days and weeks, including some on how you can achieve a higher average return of upwards of 20% per year, and much more stuff to come. But that's all from me today. I hope you enjoyed the video and I'll see you in the next one.